Fang Jialan continued to say, Smith has recruited a lot of great students this year, especially a student named Fang Wending. If you knew anything about archery contests, you should have heard the names of Fang Hua and Fang Yunmei, the two professional archers among awards. Fang Wending is from such a great family background and talented himself as well. Such a star archer. Quote, what you're saying is that Fang Wending is better than Ha Sein at archery? When Shushu tried to contain her anger. How is that even a question? Someone who plays the Warframe, does black and white boxing and even shoots commercials, versus a real archer. I bet you don't know this. This Fang Jialan is the elder brother of Fang Yunmei. Really? Quote, yes, it is true. I live in the same building as Fang Wending and often see Fang Jialan visiting him. Shameless. Quote, what kind of expert is this? How dare he say such crap? Quote, I've never heard that archery skills could be inherited. The viewer soon found out about the relationship between Fang Jialan and Fang Wending. At this point, the game had already started. Each team entered from one end of the field. The field was of a rectangular shape more than half a mile long. All kinds of obstructions were dotted in the area, including small hills, woods and walls, allowing the players to use different tactics. Players must choose among different bows and arrows provided by the sponsor. Since everyone had different strength levels and habits, there were no rules about the model of weapons. From 6.0 to 20.0, there were many options on each strength level. Although there were many high-tech composite bows that combined ease of use and accuracy, Ha Sein still chose a traditional longbow. Longbow was the hardest to practice, but it was the most flexible. Under all kinds of circumstances, Ha Sein had been using a traditional bow since the beginning. He had learned the basics in the integrated education, and was further corrected by Yang Manli. After that, he learned many techniques in the military school. At this point, he had reached a considerable high level in archery. A 11.0 traditional longbow was a popular choice. Normally speaking, senior military school students could reach 13 to 14 in their fitness index, so they would normally go for a bow of 11.0 or 12.0. The one Ha Sein chose was relatively weak. Shi Jikang had great strength, so he chose a 14.0 modern composite bow. The bow was very powerful, but lacking in flexibility. Although a composite bow was easier to manipulate than a traditional one, the speed must be sacrificed. Shi Jikang planned to be a remote attacker in the game, and did not plan to sneak up on any player from Smith Military Academy. Zhang Yang picked a traditional bow like Ha Sein did, although he picked up the 12.51, which was stronger than Ha Sein's. Lu Meng chose a recurve hunting bow with an arrow rest, which had a higher accuracy than a traditional bow. It was a mix between the traditional and composite, so rather practical. Zhu Tianao chose a 13.0 composite bow. Like Shi Jikang, he was also a player more used to attacking in a fixed place, only his strength was not as great as Shi Jikang, who was either a born Hercules or had a great count of Geno points. Among the 5 bows, Ha Sein chose the one with lowest strength requirement, which led to Fang Jialan's criticism. He picked a bow of 11.0, which means he has a terrible fitness index. As a member of the school team, although he is just a freshman, he should still be able to use a 12.0 bow well. Otherwise, he is for sure on the bottom of the entire tournament. I mean, I can understand that. Ha Sein put all his energy into Warframe and black and white boxing. which could explain his bad physique. Feng Jialan then turned the topic back to his nephew. In this respect, Fang Wending is much better than him. They both picked traditional longbows, yet Fang Wending chose a 12.5. Which says a lot about his fitness level. Feng Jialan spared no effort to sing his nephew's praise, while a viewer did not really buy it. Bullshit. That's no indicator of anything. I'm using a 15.0 bow but cannot make much use of it. Such a phony. Quote. How do you know that Hussein could not beat him with that 11.0 bow? Quote. Exactly. In the hands of a master, any bow can be used well. I have only heard of Hussein. Who the heck is Fang Wending? Quote. Analysis led to strong antipathy. Even fans of the other team started to defend Hussein, not to mention Hussein's own fans. Professor Feng, I think that was a little subjective. Our viewers seem to have a lot of different opinions, said Wen. Shoo. Feng Jialan glanced at the comments and said casually, the truth always lies in the hands of a few. I'm just stating a fact, which might not be easy to accept for those who have a weak mind. Very soon, I believe, they will see what I'm talking about, because the result of the game will prove everything. Words like this made the viewer hate this know-it-all even more. Ji Yunran and Ku Lili were also pissed off by his remarks. Ku Lili bristled, what kind of crappy expert is this? So unprofessional. Ji Yunran's face was grim. She curled her lips and said, he is right about one thing. The result of the game will prove everything, just not anything he said. Although the viewer had been complaining, Feng Jialan managed to ignore all those comments and continued to talk about Smith's strengths. At this point, players from Black Hawk and Smith had used all kinds of obstructions as their cover to approach the other team. The fight was about to begin.